Let's say you were convicted of a single crime that you committed many years ago, and you served your time in prison and finished your probation without reoffense. Here in America, would you expect to be able to go on with your life and live your life freely, being able to get a place to live and get a job because you have paid your debt to society and now your punishment would be over? Yes, of course you would, because that is the way it is supposed to be here in the United States of America. But what if, upon completion of your sentence, your name and photo was posted on a public criminal registry? Would you consider that additional punishment? Would you consider it punishment for having your employer's name and address publicly displayed with your name and photo? Would you consider it punishment when you lose that job because of the public registry listing? Would you consider it punishment when you can't get another job because of the public registry listing? Would you consider it punishment if you were required to go into your local law enforcement agency and register as a criminal every 90 days or 6 to 12 months, even if you had been living offense-free in your community for years? Would you consider it punishment when you're required to wear a GPS bracelet? Would you consider it punishment when you have to pay a fee to wear the GPS bracelet? Would you consider it punishment when you're not permitted to live where you want because you have residency restrictions placed against you and your family? Would you consider it punishment when you're required to report to your law enforcement agency every time you travel, move, or get a new job, or get a new car? Would you consider it punishment when you're not permitted to use the internet? Would you consider it punishment when, if you are permitted to use the internet, you must report every email address and username you use to law enforcement? Would you consider it punishment when you're not permitted to reside with your family? Would you consider it punishment when you're not permitted to visit your children at school? Would you consider it punishment when your children are not permitted to have play dates or sleepovers at your home? Would you consider it punishment if your family, your spouse and children included, were not allowed to decorate your home for Halloween? Would you consider it punishment when your children are bullied and taunted at school because your name and photo was seen on the public registry? Would you consider it punishment when vigilantes who saw your name and photo on the public registry harass you and your family? Would you consider it punishment to live with the threat of vigilantes who often take the law into their own hands and murder registered criminals without the fear of facing prison time themselves because killing a criminal like you has been made justifiable in the eyes of society? Would you consider it punishment when those vigilantes take the law into their own hands and harass or take the lives of your innocent family members as well? Would you consider it punishment for having your name and photo posted on the public registry for 10 years to life? Would you consider it punishment to never again be able to live a normal life? Would you consider it punishment to your innocent family to never be able to live a normal life? Would you consider it punishment if you were forever treated like a second-class citizen who will never, ever have a second chance at life? Here in the U.S., society believes that once someone pays their debt to society, serves their time, and complies with and completes parole and probation, they should be allowed to go on with their lives. Any additional punishment is considered unconstitutional. Every American is supposed to be given a second chance, even if you are a murderer, thief, arsonist, drug addict, drug pusher, animal abuser, domestic abuser, etc. That is what makes America so great, right? Not if you have ever been convicted of a sexual offense. Isn't that additional punishment? Isn't additional punishment unconstitutional? Yes, of course it is. This has been a presentation by Sex Offender Solutions and Education Network. Thank you for watching. Please visit our website at www.sosin.org. Thank you.